So, I watched Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Where do I even begin with this movie, actually? So, for those of you who are new, I'm going to talk about the movie without spoilers for a bit, and then I'm going to talk about it with spoilers, but there's going to be a big, like, on screen, so you'll know. So, don't worry, I'm not going to spoil anything for you. I think the most pressing thing to talk about is how the film handles the death of Chadwick Boseman. God bless his heart. What a good guy. Funny story, my girlfriend still has not told her little brother that Chadwick Boseman is dead. I'm waiting to hear about that conversation. But this movie actually handles it really, really respectfully. There's a scene explaining his death in canon. He died of some sickness or whatever, and that's fine. They did a thing similar to what they did with Stan Lee, where all the pictures in the Marvel logo or whatever were of Chadwick and Black Panther and such. And I think it's really important that, especially with a franchise this big, that they really make sure to know, like, that they put forth an effort to make sure that those people are remembered. You know, and they did a really good job with it. Throughout the whole movie, they talked about him very respectfully. They didn't Princess Leia him. Thank God. Oh my lord, if they would have did the shit they did to Carrie Fisher, I would have lost my fucking mind. I would have walked out of the theater. Other than a flashback here or there, and like the opening Marvel logo, Chadwick does not appear in the film, and that's great. The performances are very well done. All the performances are great. The villain, Namor, or I can't pronounce his name in Mayan, he's very intimidating, which I didn't think they'd be able to do, because like he has fucking wings on his ankles. I'm not going to be intimidated by that, but I was intimidated by that. They did such a good job with Namor. I can't put my arm over the chair anymore. They did such a good job with Namor. Everything he did was very motivated. It felt very intelligent. He was a very well written villain. I think I still prefer Killmonger, but Killmonger is just the best, period. Killmonger is so good, but Namor is very, very good. The Black Panther movies have very good villains in them. I can't remember any of the actresses' names other than Lupita Nyong'o, but that's because I know her from Jordan Peele movies. Everyone in this movie does a really, really great job. The script is pretty solid. I think that the score, like the soundtrack, really, because there's some licensed music in this, kind of fuck up the tone at really important parts. There's some parts where this music really, really shoots the movie in the foot. I mean, it's a superhero movie. They weren't gonna do perfect with the score. I'm not gonna classify this as a spoiler because she's a major character in the film, and I'm pretty sure I haven't watched any of the trailers for this, so I could be very wrong. Riri Williams shows up in this movie, and I really like her in this. I actually think they did her super well. I really love what they did with her. I feel like this light is just fucking beaming on me, so if I look a little pale, I'm sorry. Okoye, just great. The arc they gave her character is actually really interesting. I really enjoyed it. The Queen is amazing as well. Every action taken in this movie feels really character motivated as opposed to, like, you know, a contrivance, which is great. I love that. I know the movie's about being the successor to Black Panther, but it doesn't feel like they're ever trying to replace Chadwick. And I think the fact that they managed to pull this movie off while being very respectful to this great person who passed is incredible. I'm surprised they didn't fucking do the Disney thing they normally do, where they puppet them for their where they puppet them. I think especially with its troubled production in regards to the lead actress, the movie comes out very well. It comes across as a very natural sequel. It does its job very well. I really enjoyed it. There's only one post-credit scene, and you don't have to sit through that much. You have to sit through Rihanna's new song, which, I mean, I have opinions on that, but I'm not 3 reviews. Shout out my nigga right there. I really enjoyed it. I do have some issues with it, but I'm not going to talk about that for non-spoiler people. Speaking of non-spoiler people, get out. Okay, we got some things to talk about. Shuri becoming Black Panther, totally dope. I fuck with it. My problem is the suit. The suit is doing too much. It's so over-designed. I think had they removed the pearls, like the circles on the suit, it would look a million times better, because it would be a natural evolution of the first Black Panther suit, and it would still look good, and it would fit Shuri's personality more. I just think the dots are just a tad bit too much. Speaking of Shuri and villains in this fucking series, her seeing Killmonger after she eats the heart-shaped herb, What a good call. That's where I was the most scared, that they were gonna Carrie Fisher the situation, where they just kind of take Chadwick's corpse and put him on screen. But no, it's Michael B. Jordan, which, what a fucking surprise seeing him on screen. I was very happy. I love Michael B. Jordan. He's probably the most attracted I've ever been to a man, and I'm straight. Am I gonna cut that? I'm probably not gonna cut that. We're allies here. Or, my bad. We're allies here. The score after the big attack from Namor on it, I almost called it fucking Atlantis. The score after the big attack on Wakanda from Namor, like when they're recovering and they're moving everyone over to M'Baku's area, the song they were playing was destroying the tone, because it's supposed to be a really somber moment, and the song came off as kind of poppy, and I don't like that. I think if a soundtrack becomes intrusive to the movie, it's an automatic failure in my books, and it becomes very intrusive at moments like that. I think the Queen was behaving a little rashly in this, which I get. Her kid died, her other kid got kidnapped, but I mean, she thinks she got kidnapped. I'm gonna turn this, actually. I don't even know if that thing's changing colors. Has it been changing colors? I don't fucking know. Let's find out. It has been. I just haven't, I mean, I can't see behind me, obviously. I think the Queen was behaving rashly in this movie. Like, I feel like she'd be intelligent enough to know, like, hey, let's maybe not go to war if my daughter went with you peacefully. I feel so bad. I can never remember Lupita Nyong'o's character name, and it feels bad. I feel bad about it. I don't think she would have stopped Shuri from trying to save the girl that got killed in Namor's Namora. I think it's the place. I can't tell you the name of the Atlantis, basically. I feel like she would have let Shuri try to save her, at least like do a little something. But honestly, who knows? It's a really solid movie. Normally I have a lot to complain about in the spoiler section, but I don't have that much to complain about. It's a good movie. Like, I enjoyed it. It's not perfect by any means. Like, I think if I had to pick something to complain about, as much as I like her character, I think Riri Williams comes a lot, I think Riri brings a lot of the like Marvel humor, where it's like, oh haha, this is a really tense situation. What if we have a character say something silly? And that can get annoying at times, but I mean, that's her character. She's very smart. She's very snarky. She very much is I don't want to say a Tony Stark type, but she is gonna be Iron Man after this, or Ironheart. My bad. It sometimes it's a bit much, but other times it's very, very welcome. The way that they do, I'm just gonna call them the Atlanteans. I don't know their name. Or even if I did know the name, I can't pronounce it properly. Probably. I don't speak Yucatan Mayan. The Atlanteans. We're just gonna call them the Atlanteans. The Atlanteans are so intimidating, and I think that had Namor been like a mediocre villain, the movie would have tanked, because everything this movie does is, I don't want to say based, the movie would not be able to function properly if Namor wasn't intimidating. And they make him so intimidating in this. It's insane. And you wouldn't think that someone with wings on his ankles would be a threat, right? But no, he's super cool. He's like Marvel top 5, put him at 4, right? Right under like Killmonger, Michael Keaton, Thanos. Namor's right there. Namor is that good for me. He just works so perfectly in this, because he's not I mean, you know, go to war with the surface people, but like, he has a point. As bad as it sounds, I mean, I get it. He has a point. Speaking on designs, again, the Black Panther suit, it's not for me. I understand why it would be for some people, but it just isn't for me. I think the suit that Shuri makes Okoye and the other guards, it looks fine. It got a little uglier each time I looked at it. I think the face is too big, if that makes sense. And Riri's suit, I fucking love Riri's suit. I think it looks super duper good. Speaking on the ending of the movie, the ending was really great. And if for some reason you're watching this and you haven't seen the movie, stick around for the end credit scene, because it's really something special. I'm not going to talk about it, because again, if you're here and you haven't seen the movie, I think you should experience that. The ending scene in the movie is also really good, because the whole time Shuri's going through the grieving process or whatever, and I don't know, I love seeing characters begin the healing process. M'Baku, his arc that he goes through during the movie, I rather enjoyed it. I think it's neat seeing him not become like grandfather wise, but I think seeing him develop into a wiser figure for Shuri to listen to that can relate to her, I think it works really, really well. I can't explain it. The movie just works so well. I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't put it over like an 8 out of 10, but like I enjoyed it. I'd say Black Panther 1 is just barely better. I'd say Black Panther 1 is just barely better. I think I need to watch it a second time before I can really give an informed opinion, but this is these are like my snap reactions. These are my initial judgments. Again, I'd say give it like an 8 out of 10. Throw it right under Black Panther in my tier list I did a little while ago. If you haven't seen that, you should check it out. If you saw the movie, let me know what you think. I'd love to hear you guys' opinions on it. Do you think it's better than Black Panther 1? Also, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. It's the best way to support the channel and the growing community we have. I think it's the coolest shit ever. That's gonna be it from me. I'm Knightley. Even awesome. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.